What you're not noticing is that I'm actually talking to you from a future time where I'm thinking about something that I've thought about in the past, but I'm coming up with a new, better method, a new way to explain what is happening right now, and it's called the present. And it was just the future, but now it's the present. But I'm trying to talk to you from the future, from future to past presence. You know what I mean? Like, so if I'm talking like from, like about, how everything in life is awesome and everything is gonna be good and all that shit. I'm talking about a past experience and what I already know. If I'm saying, oh my god, look at that speaker right there, I'm talking about something that's happening right now. So we're talking about the past, some kind of idealistic idea of like, the past and everything that's happening and explaining it in the future, you know, future tense, and then we're explaining everything that is happening in the present, which is soon to be the past and was just the future. So if I'm explaining something that's about to happen, there's no way I could do that. I'm fucking retard. So I'm explaining something that's about to happen in the media and the stocks. Why would you believe me at all? You know what I mean? Even if I'm right, even if I'm absolutely correct, because I study statistical analysis and data for the past 25 years, so I should be an expert on everything at this point. So I should be like, okay, well, this is what's going to happen because I've noticed this in the past. Okay, well, maybe because it's happened the last 5 times in a row, maybe it'll happen again. But what I've also noticed is by the sixth time, usually by the sixth time is when people cut the pattern. Okay, so now we got a whole new ball game. When I tell people my methods about patterns, statistics, and data, will be like a whole new way of looking at things. And I think with my knowledge of math and skills like that, I could help this world. I could help this world realize that there's more to the story than we fucking realize. What do you think happens in 200 years? Way more than you realize when you actually pay attention to what happened. So a lot happens in 5 days. A lot. Meet up with this guy, go here, do this. I realize I've done more in the past 5 days in my memory than I've done my entire life. Way more. Too much. I need to restart that, refresh it, start a new day, refresh, and really think, who am I? Am I the guy in the past 5 days? Am I just a 5 day-year-old? Or what am I? I'm this massive, messy conglomerate of information and intelligence that nobody seems to really understand at all. I don't really get it, but what I like to realize is you are this guy right here. You're this guy. You are this guy. We are all the same thing. I'm you, you're me. We are all exactly the same thing. We're all here right now. And if we're all here at the same time and we're all doing the same thing, we're probably experiencing some of the same things. So what I could be trying to explain to you sometimes is either you understand it or you're trying to explain it too. The other day I gave a speech to a guy at a taxi cab, and then 3 days later a guy walked up to me. He gave me the same speech. He gave me the exact same speech, but using different words. I'm like, okay, so it's starting to spread. The whole social construct is changing. People are starting to speak more in terms of what has happened in the past, and we're speaking of a future time when we've explained this past. We're not talking about the whole present to past, the future, like we're in the moment, nothing like that. We're trying to explain something right now that is happening in the world right now if you really pay attention to it. So what's really interesting here is that nobody really pays attention. So who's explaining the story? if nobody really pays attention at all, where are we getting our information from? If none of us are experts or really know anything, then who are these experts? Who are these people that know everything? I'm interested in it, and I want to know, and I want to learn all these experts. I want to learn all the information, and I really want to know if we're really correct about anything, because I'm starting to think that we got it all wrong. These fucking experts on everything. I'm done with you fucking experts telling me what to do. Not once have you fucking experts have ever helped me with anything. I've never gone to a doctor and he's like, okay, this is what you gotta do. Fucking eat rice. I'm like, okay, thank you, doctor, I'll eat rice. I've honestly never listened to a fucking expert my entire life, and I've always been the best at everything. I'd never do math the way they tell you to do it. I never did any of that shit, but I always figured out an answer. I always figured out a way to get to the object of the game is to win, right? So have success. I've always found success in the mundane, not even finding success in what these experts say you do. So I think there's different methods here. We need to look at an expert strategy. I think outside the box in order for the world to function. What do we need the most? Water. We need to think of water. How do we get more water into the world? Money, we need money. How do we do that? They're already working on that. Don't worry about that, they have that figured out. Now we need to be kind to each other. People, you need to stop being mean online. I hate to say it, man, I'm not putting you down. I'm not saying that you're a bad person for being mean. I'm not saying you're fat, you're lazy. I'm not any better than you are. So why are you being mean to me? Stop the shit. It's childish. Just stop it. We don't need to be mean online. Did they create social media so we could just treat each other like shit? I don't think so. I don't think that's the purpose of it. Then I would have went and fucking took a shit on Bill Gates' front porch last week. We don't need to be mean to each other. It's not nice. And if something's not nice, we don't need to do it because it upsets the women. And when they get upset, I get upset. And when I get upset, you fucking die. And we don't want that. It's not something that we want. What we want is puppies and rainbows and blowjobs, rainbows and unicorns and rainbows and fucking flies and fucking flies, man. Fuck the flies. Anyways, the point is, I'm saying the same message that some guy told me the other day in the hallway and stopped me. He had an urgent message to tell me. I'm like, yeah, man, I've been saying this for a while. And I'm wondering who told me. Blows my mind. Where am I getting my information from? There's something going on in the world right now, something happening. Is it me noticing everything or am I being brainwashed? We're all being brainwashed. We're endlessly brainwashed. Now, who is brainwashing you right now by telling you that there's more to life? We could have something better. We could have great success. We could reach higher. We could aim lower and be comfortable with it, and then aim even higher than that and keep getting more comfortable and more in tune with our nature and what is around us, and just be okay with it. Death is a part of life. It's just a happy medium. It's a pause on everything that is happening right now, and then it ends, and goodbye. It's over.